On the sleepiest night of Moon Whisper Forest, little Benny Bear could not fall asleep. His mind was full of worries until a tiny glowing light floated past his nose. "Huh? A floating star?" Benny whispered. The little light giggled. "It's tea! I'm Luma, the firefly." Together, they wandered through a magical moonlit forest where flowers glowed, streams sang lullabies, and hundreds of fireflies danced like stars in the sky. But could tiny Luma help Benny finally find peaceful dreams? Stay close, little dreamers, because tonight's cozy adventure is just beginning. Moon and Stars. Deep inside the quiet Moon Whisper forest, a little brown bear named Benny yawned loudly beside his cozy cave. "I'm the sleepiest bear in the whole forest," Benny mumbled. The trees swayed gently in the cool night breeze while crickets sang soft songs. Benny hugged his fluffy blanket. "But why can't I fall asleep tonight?" he sighed. Just then, a tiny golden light floated past Benny's nose. Blink, blink, blink. Benny blinked in surprise. "Huh? A floating star?" A tiny firefly giggled. "Hee, I'm not a star. I'm Luma the firefly." The little glow bug twirled happily in the air. "You look very sleepy, Mr. Bear." "I am," said Benny with another yawn. "But my mind won't rest." Luma floated closer. "My grandma says sleepy hearts need gentle adventures." Benny tilted his head. "A gentle adventure?" "Mm-hmm," Luma smiled. "Come walk with me through the forest." Benny shuffled out of his cave slowly. "Well, maybe just a tiny adventure." Luma guided Benny to a sparkling stream. Moonlight danced across the water. "Listen carefully," whispered Luma. The stream made soft bubbling sounds. "Shh, glub, shh." Benny's eyes widened. "It sounds like the forest is humming a lullaby." Luma nodded proudly. "Nature sings sleepy songs every night." Up in a tree sat Oliver, the owl, wearing tiny blue pajamas. "Who goes there?" asked Oliver. "It's Benny and Luma," chirped the firefly. Oliver adjusted his little nightcap. "You should count sleepy clouds," he said wisely. Benny looked up. One fluffy cloud, two fluffy clouds. But suddenly Oliver snored loudly. "Honk shoo." Luma burst into giggles. The two friends wandered into a meadow glowing with tiny flowers. The flowers opened slowly under the moonlight. "They only bloom at bedtime," whispered Luma. Benny lay down in the soft grass. "This place feels warm and cozy." A gentle breeze brushed his fur. For the first time that night, Benny's shoulders relaxed. Luma noticed Benny still looked thoughtful. "What's wrong?" she asked softly. Benny looked down at his paws. "I worry too much before bedtime." "About what?" "What if tomorrow is hard? What if I make mistakes?" Luma's tiny light glowed warmly. "My light flickers sometimes too, but even tiny lights still shine." Benny smiled a little. Suddenly, hundreds of fireflies appeared around them. Golden lights floated everywhere like dancing stars. "Whoa," whispered Benny. Luma spun happily in the glowing swarm. "See? None of us shine perfectly, but together we make the forest beautiful." Benny's heart felt lighter and lighter. Benny yawned again. This time it was the biggest yawn yet. "I think the sleepy feeling is finally here." Luma floated beside him as they walked back to the cave. The forest was peaceful and quiet. "Thank you for the adventure," whispered Benny. Luma smiled gently. Sweet dreams, Benny Bear. Benny curled under his fluffy blanket. Outside the cave, Luma's tiny light blinked softly. Blink, blink, blink. Benny's eyes slowly closed. "I'm glad tiny lights exist," he murmured sleepily. "And I'm glad sleepy bears exist," Luma whispered back. Soon the whole forest drifted into peaceful dreams beneath the glowing moon. Moon Whisper Forest.